I'll call this Bang Bang. Seriously?
Bang, bang.
I will fuck you up. I will beat your ass.
Bang, bang.
I will fuck you up. Pull up, bitch.
Bang, bang.
I will fuck you up. I will beat your ass.
Bang, bang.
I will fuck you up.
Objection. Objection.
Bang, bang.
I will fuck you up. KO. Bang bang.
Bang, bang.
I will fuck you up. You're a bitch, bro.
Bang, bang.
I will fuck you up. I will beat your ass.
Bang, bang.
I will fuck you up. Right?
Yeah.
The bang bang, the bang bang, pull up. The bang bang, the bang bang, pull up.
Bang, bang.
Right?
Yeah.
The bang bang, the bang bang, pull up. The bang bang, the bang bang.
Bang, bang. Bang, bang. Bang, bang.
All right, Mr. Lally, your next witness, please.
Yes, Your Honor, the Commonwealth will call Trooper Michael Proctor to the stand. Please state your name and spell your last name for the jury.
Michael Proctor, Proctor.
You're a bitch, bro.
Bang, bang.
I will fuck you up. I will beat your ass. I will fuck you up.
I'm going to allow it.
Bang, bang.
I will fuck you up. I will beat your ass. I will fuck you up.
I'm going to allow it.
Bang, bang. Bang, bang. Bang, bang. Bang, bang.
Probably are going to make a couple of quick statements. I'm going to let co-counsel David Yannetti go first.
Sure. For 15 months, this has been a quest for the truth conducted by one party in this case, the defense. The prosecution, on the other hand, has hid evidence, manipulated evidence, stalled, delayed, obfuscated. It has been the defense that has sought the truth. And as I said in court today, for 15 months, I have, and our team has been asking for access to crucial, mandatory discovery and evidence. That's going back to February 2nd of 2022. It is now May 3rd of 2023, and the prosecution has still hid this evidence from us. This is outrageous. Make no mistake about it, we have done our own investigation in this case. We have spoken to witnesses whom the prosecution has either ignored or hidden from us. We have unearthed forensic evidence that the prosecution has either ignored or hidden from us. We have made substantial progress in this case to the point where anybody familiar with this case knows that Karen Reed is innocent. And yet, instead of finally investigating the people who had a motive to kill John O'Keefe, who beat him and left him to die in the cold, in a blizzard, the prosecution has chosen instead to dig their heels in. This will not end well for them. We will continue to unearth exculpatory evidence. They can attempt to stall us, they can attempt to hide, they can attempt to manipulate and delay, but we will not waver in our quest to unearth what the truth is here. Now, as I'm sure you can imagine, you haven't heard from Karen Reed yet. You ultimately will. This obviously has been very, very difficult for her. You heard me talk in court about the job that she has lost, the health insurance she's lost. Bear in mind, she was never allowed to properly mourn the death of her boyfriend because from the jump, the police made her a scapegoat. From the jump, she has not been able to do anything except fight for her life. But know this, Karen Reed is a strong woman. Karen Reed will not let them do this to her. We believe that ultimately the evidence is going to force the prosecution to dismiss this unjust prosecution. But until then, we will continue to fight tooth and nail to finally expose the full corruption of this case.
Nice.
We will continue to search for the truth. Our quest for the truth will be fruitful, and the truth will result in the dismissal of these charges, hopefully sooner rather than later. And with that, I would like to introduce my friend and colleague, Alan Jackson, who has further remarks.
You know, it dawns on me in looking at this case, going up 1,000 feet, and looking at this case, it dawns on me that if you have confidence in your evidence, if you have confidence in your case, you don't run from the facts. You don't try to hide the facts. You want the facts to come out. You want the truth to come out. What you just saw happen in this courtroom, does that sound like what the Commonwealth is doing? Does it sound like they're seeking the truth in this case?
No.
Or are they obfuscating the truth as we try to fight for it? As we try to use the court process? As we try to fight for Karen to get to the ultimate truth in this case? And the ultimate truth is she is an innocent woman falsely accused, period.
Amen.
Yeah. And they should know that. They have every single resource available to them to know that. But like David said, we're not going to stop. We didn't stop in there. We're not going to stop on this stair step. We're not going to stop when we reconnoiter tomorrow and in the weeks to come and in the months to come. This is now our fight. Karen's fight has become all of our fight for some sort of justice. My suggestion is you folks can play a part in this. Don't you want to ask some questions? I know you do.
I do. I have been.
I know you do. Let me give you some examples. Here's some questions that you might want to think about asking. Why did Jennifer McCabe Google search how long to die in cold at 2:27 in the morning, 3.5 hours before she would have any reason to believe that John O'Keefe was dying in the cold in front of Brian Albert's house? How about that for a question?
She's covering up for him.
Why don't you ask the question, why did she scrub her phone? Why did she take the time to scrub her phone before she turned it into the police? Why did she delete any and all reference to her communications with Brian Albert on the 29th, on the 28th? Why did she go to the efforts to do that kind of thing? Here's another question. Why did Brian Albert get rid of the dog? Why did Brian Albert get rid of the basement floor? Why did Brian Albert get rid of the house? They say that a fish rots from the head first. Let's start with Proctor, Michael Proctor, who's conflicted in this case because he has deep family ties to the very people that he should be looking at as a suspect. How about asking him a few hard questions? For instance, Brian Albert, why didn't you come out of the house? There is a police officer, God bless his heart, a dead cop on his front lawn, and Brian Albert couldn't find it in his soul to even walk out the door. Why was he hiding in the house? What was he hiding in the house? And just like he didn't come out of the house, ask Michael Proctor, the lead investigator on this case, why did he not ever go into the house? From that day to this, he has never set foot in that house. How about forensic investigation? How about trace evidence? How about bloodstain patterns? How about the evidence of a fight? How about evidence of a dog? How about that? Those are the types of things that the Commonwealth doesn't want to answer. So now the cuts go from being from a dog to a cocktail glass in open court. It's funny how that morphs. You folks should be asking the hard questions. I know some of you are, and I know some of you will. We will not stop asking those questions. And by the way, we will get those answers. Come hell or high water, we will get those answers. And like David said,
God.
they're not going to like it when we do.